Hey everyone, Travis here on day 2, week 7 of the NALCS, joined by KiWiKiD. How's it going, KiWiKiD?
Good. How are you?
I'm very good. Yes. Oh, thank you. Well, hang on. I don't think the microphone picked it up, so
How are you, my friend?
there we go. Yeah. Hear that, my friend? I'm doing okay. It's been a hectic weekend. Woke up with a bit of a hangover, but, how about you?
Um, we kind of had a sour loss against TSM yesterday. I feel kind of bad because I feel like I could have played up a lot more. But I mean, I hate to use this excuse, but I guess it's like kind of a learning. We're still kind of like learning, and it's still good to know. So yeah.
Learning experience is good. It's a good way to take away from that. Let's talk about that game just now, because you guys were. I thought EG was gonna win,
Yeah.
and then I stepped away from this because I had to go handle some silly esports journalism stuff, and then I come back and you guys have won. So what actually transpired? Like, how did that pivot back?
Actually, I'm pretty proud because I feel like um I honestly feel like if we didn't analyze the game yesterday that we lost to TSM, we would have lost against EG. Like we did everything we learned from yesterday and we pretty much put it into this game. We weren't too scared to do Baron instead of just baiting it. We kind of like found a fine line in between baiting and actually committing to Baron, which is like really good. And I don't know, even though we had like pretty shaky like start, we somehow turned it back and it was actually really nice to see.
Yeah, very cool. What actually? Because again, I'm actually kind of curious. What happened late game? What did I miss?
Okay. The most vivid memory is the last fight. The fight, like, whenever there was like 40-minute death timers and then 40-second rather, and we ended it. The start of that fight, I hooked Po Belter at the end. I heard the camera didn't catch that, so I hooked Po Belter. I went in and then I boxed in Yasuo and obviously Po Belter who I hooked, who was on Ori, into Karthus. So they were just melting, and then pretty much they only had one threat. It was 2v2, which is like it was 2v2 and they were 3v3. But the thing is, we had the support against a support and an AP's carry against their top lane against an AP carry, which is like really good because if you win a 2v2 with those, the support's actually like useful.
Right.
So basically, end game, you need to find the most useful place you can be as a support because you're pretty much useless. So yeah, I feel like I did a lot of work there.
So then, yeah, it sounds like it because whenever I asked you what did I miss that allowed it to pivot back, you're like, I threw a hook and then I boxed, and that was when it all changed. I also like that you say vivid, as if it like my most vivid memory is if it was like a dream.
Yeah, maybe vivid's the wrong word.
Well, maybe was it like a dream? Is it like the end of that game? You're like, I don't.
I was like, damn, I can't believe you won, pretty much. But maybe I should have just said most recent because it was a last play on top of my head. But I feel like it was like a consecutive series of movements that actually let us get back into the game.
Do you think that it was movements that you guys made, or do you think it was movements that they failed to make or mismade?
Definitely, it's a matter of both because I I feel like a team should always like if they're ahead should always be able to close it out if they like move correctly. So I definitely won't say it was all our like we had perfect movement, but we just had they had movement and we had reactions. So it's kind of like chess if you make the wrong move and then if you step out a certain way, like oh well we didn't see that weakness, and then you just kind of capitalize on that even if you're losing.
Now, I think Freak or someone kind of bluntly on the broadcast said something like, uh, are you guys going to continue to win, or are you just giving fans false hope?" Which I thought was like a very blunt way of putting it. But I mean, I guess it is a fair question. You guys have had very up and down moments this season. Do you think? And Crumbs, I interviewed last week, and he said something about how you guys are just sort of going back and getting these mistakes worked out. Sounds like you did that with the TSM game yesterday, and then you were able to bring that to the EG game today. So, what do you see for you guys going forward? Do you think that you guys are getting in those secure places?
Definitely, we're definitely progressing every week, which is like, I say that so much, which is like, but
Yeah, it's like CLG potential, Dignitas progression.
yeah, I guess so. Which is like, I always say that like phrase, but we're definitely progressing. So it's it's just really good in general because being stagnant is not going to get you to worlds. And I don't know. We might win. We may lose. But as long as you improve, it's going to be fine, I feel. So, I don't know. If you're a Dignitas fan, I apologize. But we're trying our best here. So that's all we can really give you.
Well, I did talk to Crum, so I know a little bit about what's going on with the team. So I'm going to go in a different direction now. You're going to be my inaugural All-Star conversation, because All-Star, I think, I got to feel like Riot's going to start talking about it soon.
Okay.
Who would you put on the NA All-Star team?
So all 5 positions?
Yes.
Top, I would put, either Balls or Zion. And then for jungler, I would put. Damn, there's so many people are getting a lot better at jungling.
Yeah, I remember NA used to be like the very weak scene for jungling, but seems like people are getting better.
Improved. Like probably odd one, Crumbs or Medias.
No Dexter?
Actually, Dexter's really good too.
Double Lift, in my interview with him yesterday, he said he was confident Dexter is.
No, Dexter's definitely really good. Yeah, he's really aggressive, which is really good. Everybody who plays aggressive in the role is like, I respect that a lot. So.
Well, you have to cast one vote.
His best movement. Like even Xmithie is already back into like pretty much top shape, I feel. Oh god, this is like too.
Pick one, KiWiKiD, right now. It's like I think of it like a word association test. If I say NA All-Star jungler,
Crumbs.
there you go. That team loyalty. All right, middle.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe. It's just too hard to pick from, so I'd rather just go with team loyalty. Middle, Bjergsen. Okay.
And now what? AD carry.
Not really that hard.
What are you thinking right now? Between like Turtle and Double Lift, or?
Turtle's been playing really safe lately, so I'm thinking about Double or Sneaky or Cutie.
I'm just gonna hold this microphone.
I know. I'm thinking. Even though I'm looking over there, I'm still thinking.
Sure that the game happening right now on that screen off camera isn't distracting you at all.
I guess it's Double Lift, just because I already did team loyalty already.
Well, I think you just killed someone on the screen too, so that might be part of it. Yeah.
That's true.
And then support. I love asking this question for people who of their own role. It's really fun.
Let me see. Special C9.
Who's the Dignitas support again?
Starts with the P. But probably Special. He's been the most consistent. Even though he had a rough game today, I'm not really gonna count that against him. I think every other game he's been like very solid and consistent. And being consistent and making the solid plays every game is like honestly pretty hard. So I'd probably just give it to Special. All
right. So to sum it up, the KiWiKiD NA All-Star team that's going to Europe to kick some butt is who did you say top lane again?
I said Balls.
Okay, so Balls jungle is Crumbs, mid lane is Bjergsen, Double Lift and Special returning for the second year as the NA All-Star bot lane.
Sophomore year, baby. Bring it home.
You have any shout-outs, plugs, anything you want to say here at the end?
Got a shout out to my sponsors, Alienware, Intel Scan, and King Sniper X and all of them. Shout out to Vanatech because I told him I would shout out to him just to like irk him. Yeah. Then I shout out to all Dignitas fans. I love you all. Shout out to Donald, Ken Rice, and Patricia. You guys have always been through everything with me pretty much. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for the support, everybody.
Well, I like that you're the support asking or saying thank you for the support.
Support needs support too, though.
And on that wonderful, wonderful note, I'm going to say you guys can check out the rest of our coverage at ongamers.com.